I found it really interesting as we got started with the different leadership styles, is that it wasn't about figuring out whether or not the participants were leaders. It was about figuring out which type of leader they were. And that was the message that was being sent home, is everybody's a leader. It's about figuring out what your style is and what's going to make you most effective.
And I think they were given the opportunity to go a little deeper with some of the USASF leadership exercises, because they weren't only identifying what type of leader they were, but they were able and equipped to find out what type of other leadership qualities others had, and hone in those leadership qualities by backing away from who maybe they were. Let's say they were a rose, or they were a lion. And oftentimes when they did those exercises, they were able to have an appreciation for some of their teammates or their peers' ability to lead too. And like you said earlier, a lot of those kids who probably weren't thinking of themselves as leaders when they walked in here just didn't have the vocabulary to say, oh, that's what type of leader I am. And so just today, after watching them, they all believe in themselves as leaders. And that was a really exciting thing to watch.
Yeah, you could really see how just them recognizing the different leadership styles and how all of them impact and are important on a team. I thought that was really cool, because for some kids to be called roses, which was a leader that was buttoned up and really took care of things, but wasn't very loud and boisterous, for that person to know that that's a good leadership character, So I thought it was awesome, and I think it's stuff that they can take not just in cheerleading, but outside to the business world and to the workforce as well.
Yeah, and I feel like one of the things I loved was the way that both the coaches and owners, but also the athletes, reflected on the way people saw them as leaders. So like as they looked at the different leadership styles, they were able to step back and say, all right, well, in this particular instance, how might my teammates or how might my coaches or how might the people that I'm leading actually see me? And again, to your point, like they can take that way past the gym or the studio, and they can take it into something that they might have to do or be later on in their life.
Absolutely.